Wah! Wah! Hello! Hi, Blue Fleet, how are we doing? Welcome. Something a bit different tonight for you. What's this? What is this? Well, you see, this game has been on my list for a little while, actually. Because the developer actually popped me a DM on Discord, like, hey, like, you enjoy Ace Attorney stuff. Do you maybe want to check this out? And I was like, all right. And then I kept on being like, well, I'm gonna play it soon. I'm gonna play it soon. And I just never got around to it for some reason. I kept getting distracted by other stuff. But now it's like, no. I've got space in the schedule, right? I can do this. Why do my eyes keep on closing so much? Hold on. Is that better? Is that better? I swear that I'm not actually, like, closing my eyes a whole bunch. I think it's just, yeah, my tracking's a little bit off today. It's probably because I've got, like, massive bags under my eyes from tiredness. Anyway, this is Pixel PI. This is, as I understand it, an Ace Attorney-esque mystery-type game where you need to solve crimes, murders, and such like. The main sort of difference being, you can actually type your questions to the culprit. So, for instance, I can ask John here, how the diddly you doing, flan diddly doodly? And he'll be like, John diddly doodly diddly. You see? It just makes perfect sense. So, let's jump on in, shall we? Location, Hevet Beach, St. Remy, Waveland. Time, 11:31 PM. Date, 20th of November, 2089. I've got to say, I'm quite digging the Sid chip sound that we got going on here. What? Who are you? Why are you here? Stop going after... What are you talking about? Answer me. Trust me, it's not worth it. You'll only get yourself killed. I won't be threatened. I don't care what you say. Don't be stubborn. It's for your own good. Somehow, I don't believe you really care about what happens to me. In that case, you leave me no choice. Location? Pixel's apartment. St. Remy, Waveland. Time, 5:41 AM. Date, 21st of November, 2089. Wakes up. See, this is the first mistake that she's made. Like, the first mistake she made was waking up. It's the mistake I make every single morning. Why is my tracking so bad today? Hold on, let me see if I can fix this in a minute. Hang on. Run a quick calibration. Did that work? Is that better? Yeah, that looks a bit better. I was just going to shrink myself down just a tad smidge. There we go. Yeah, that's better, isn't it? Yeah, that's a lot brighter. Okay, good. It was just a nightmare. I fell asleep at my desk. What was I doing? Checks the computer. What? Did everything get deleted? Why can't I remember what I was working on? Notices the robot levitating beside her and gets startled. What the fuck are you doing here? The text effect. That's pretty good. I don't know, my memory seems to be good. Stands up and tries to punch the robot she doesn't recognise. Wow, he looks like he's into it. Wait, stop, Pixel, it's me, Ethan. I don't know any Ethans, and I don't care about robots either way. Get out of my house. Continues trying to punch Ethan, but he is too agile. Glimpses at her computer. Notices that he is an orb. Oh, what's this? 2089? That can't be right. It's March of 2087, or is it July? What's happening to me? Leaves Ethan alone for a second and checks the internet. Can't believe it. It's really November of 2089. Why can't I remember the last 2 years? Pixel, you seem distressed. What's happening? What is this robot doing in my house? Why is he acting like he cares about me? Start talking, robot. What are you doing in my house? Pixel, we are partners. We solve cases together, but there's something wrong with me. According to my system log, something happened yesterday at 11:38 PM. I received a big amount of data that seems to have corrupted my memories. So he claims he has memory issues as well. Isn't that convenient? If your memories are corrupted, how come you remember us working together? I'm not sure. The memories I have are like summaries of memories, if that makes sense. There are no specific memories at all, but somehow I know you're Pixel, and you're a hacker detective, and we work together solving cases. And I'll do anything to help you. A hacker detective, yes. He must be lying. Why would I work with a robot? Well, I mean, what else is he going to do? Is bro going to go on to OnlyFans and sell feet pics? I mean, I'm not saying that he couldn't. It might be difficult, but I'm sure that where there's a will, there's a way, you know? If you really would do anything to help me, then connect your system to my computer and enter standby mode so I can check what's wrong with you. Okay, I trust you, Pixel. Please don't delete me. Connects his system to Pixel's computer, enters standby mode, leaving himself unable to do anything until Pixel restarts him. Now's the point, chat. Now's the point where we rub hot sauce on his eyeballs, so that when he wakes up, he's got hot sauce on his eyeballs. He's a robot, so he's not really going to get any ill effects from that. It would just be very funny. He was right about the data dump. His memory's practically all corrupted indeed. Looks like when I tried to recover my old save data from that Battle Monsters game. I don't trust this robot, but he is being cooperative and his report about his logs checks out. I could erase him right now and he knew that. Disconnects Ethan from the computer, puts him back online. Okay, Ethan, you can help me. Why are my memories gone? And why is my computer wiped? What do you mean your memories are gone? The last 2 years or so, I don't remember anything. It's as if I was asleep for 2 years, because last I remember it was mid-2087, not 89. I'm afraid I don't know, Pixel. I'll probably be able to help you more once my system's back to normal, but I'm not sure how long that will take. I have no time for this, but I guess I'll keep you around until I figure something out. What's the hurry? Consider the facts. I'm missing memories of the last 2 years and my computer gets wiped at the same time. It could be a coincidence, but if it's not, then the most likely explanation is that someone somehow deleted my memories. If someone went through the trouble of hacking me and deleting my memories instead of just killing me, that means they want me alive, so they probably want something else from me. Okay. I need to be prepared for whatever comes next. My physical possessions seem to be intact, despite all my digital stuff being wiped. What if that notebook's still around? Checks the desk drawers. Aha, here it is. Yeah, desk drawer ASMR. We got it on this channel. A lot of encrypted stuff as expected. What's this? Are these police case IDs? It's the last entry, so it must be something recent. There must be something in those cases that can help me figure out what happened to me. Or at least help me understand why someone put my memories gone. Hey Ethan, help me set up a case on my computer. Case ID 5918722-B. I'm on it. Is this a case you've been working on? I guess we'll see. Okay. Desktop explanation. Hang on, what's that? Ow. Ah, I think I've been bit by something. Okay. These are the main buttons you'll find on your desktop. Should familiarise myself with all of them. Interviews, hint, clues, settings. Settings button will let you change the game settings and save. Clues will show you the clues you unlocked. You should begin your investigation by reviewing these. You will not be able to crack the case without understanding the clues. The hint button will show you a hint about the current case. Click it only if you're stuck. If you're stuck at the same point, if you stay stuck at the same point, the hints will become progressively more explicit with each click. Okay. A pity system. I don't object. On the right side of the screen, you will see the currently available interviews. Click on the interview you want to access to open the interview database window. Okay. Okay. Can we save? Yes, we can. So, clues. Doge. Alex is the main suspect. He is... Wow, okay. So we need to work out what this is, okay. Bernie is the victim in this case. She was a journalist investigating the... These look kind of similar, but they might not be. Pixel, it looks like this case took place in April of 2087, more than 2 years ago. Do you remember hearing about this? No, I don't remember anything about this case, but maybe it just flew under my radar at the time and I only learned about it later. So, what do you remember from the 87? Well, in 86 I got fired from my job as a police consultant for refusing to stop working on a case. In A7, I started working as a private investigator and I was struggling to get clients. 90% of my potential clients were married people looking for evidence of infidelity. I've done a couple of those, but it got so boring that I refused to do them anymore. Then there were some potential clients that required things outside my area of expertise, like surveillance or infiltration. I have a feeling we have done things like that before. Go on. No, that's it. I don't recall the specifics. Anyway, I only got a couple of interesting cases, and the last thing I recall doing before my memory loss is desperately looking for clients. Okay. Bernie was killed with an axe, taking a hit to the head with the weapon at approximately 3:12 PM the 16th of April of 2087. She was coming back to her home from a supermarket a few blocks away. Damn. So this is the death report. When are we going to update it? Dun 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 dun. General clues. Pixel, a hacker detective. Woke at her desk confused, greeted by Ethan, a robot assistant she doesn't remember. After a moment of panic and violence against Ethan, Pixel realized she had no memories of the last 2 years, and that all her digital devices had been wiped. Pixel remembers her childhood, leaving her childhood home, working with the police solving cases, getting fired, and her own first few detective cases. After that, it's all blank. Pixel doesn't trust Ethan because she always hated robots, but keeps him around to obtain information about her past. Wow, that's racist. Pixel's notebook, one of the only items in Pixel's possession that contains recent information. Pixel started writing this notebook when she was a kid, but didn't use it much, preferring digital notes. However, she kept notes for a specific piece of information she didn't want to lose in case she was hacked. The first notes are keys and encrypted passwords, only Pixel could decipher, updated over the years. The most recent entry on the notebook contains police case IDs Pixel doesn't recall. Between these entries, there are encrypted notes Pixel doesn't remember writing or how to decipher at the moment. Okay, understood. Ethan is Pixel's robot assistant. According to him, his memories are corrupted, so he knows they've been working together for some time, but doesn't have any specific memories about it. Despite being a robot, Ethan lacks knowledge about the world, which seems related to his corrupted memories. Okay. The case framework I developed seems to have booted up correctly. This looks very complicated. What should we do first? I usually begin by reviewing what clues we're able to decrypt from the start. Then I check the available interviews. The police usually ask witnesses their name and their age, so I would start by asking both questions to make sure the interview system works. Okay, so we need to do an interview, huh? Oh. Interesting. The logs from the background process is essentially to decrypt case clues and statements. Windows not interactable, and its contents are only useful for the operative system's developer. Okay, let's speak to Alex about Bernie's murder. This is the interview database framework window. In this window, you will interact with the case interviews and unlock statements and pieces of evidence. On the left side of the window, you'll see the interview metadata. This contains the interviewer's name, date of the interview, topic of the interview, assigned role of the interviewee in the case, and the way the interview was conducted. Okay. On the middle of the window, you'll see the statements. These are the answers the interviewee gave during the interview. Each statement will be encrypted until you unlock it. On the bottom of the window is the text input field. In order to unlock statements, you will have to ask questions to the interviewee. You can ask any question by typing them in the text input field and pressing enter or clicking send. If there's a match, the matching statement will be unlocked. Okay, pretty cool. I dig that. For example, if you ask, what is your name? Can you tell me your name? Who are you? Or have you not phrased it to Alex? His answer to that question will be decrypted, and you'll be able to see it on the statements section. Okay. By clicking a specific statement, you can access debunk button to debunk that statement. Debunking requires you to have a clue that contradicts the statement, so most statements can't be debunked, like Alex's name. I don't know. He's got red eyes, so clearly his name is actually Xella. Last but not least is the handbook button. This button opens the handbook, contains information about how the police conducts interviews. The handbook is divided by sections. Each section contains information about how the topics in that section are treated. The handbook keeps track of what statements are relevant to each section you unlocked. Okay. So if the interview is a potential suspect, it's important to establish the interview's location and activities during the time of the incident. Okay. With the handbook, you can make sure you ask the fundamental questions before racking your brain trying to come up with a way to debunk a suspect. Okay. So, ask a relevant question using your own words. This should be interesting. So, what is your name? I'm Alex. Okay. Wow. How come you asking a question to decrypt statements? Well, we first obtained the list of encrypted statements from the police database, right? The statements are encrypted using a quantum encryption algorithm called IEA, which encrypts each statement with its vectorized intent. By vectorizing the intent of the question I input and comparing it to the encrypted vectorized intents of the statements one by one, if there's a match, the matching statement can be decrypted by an algorithm I reverse engineered. Though those are certainly words. Kind of lost me there. Sounds like magic. If there's no match, my software will say something like, no match found, or however I worded it, but it doesn't matter because I can ask as many questions as needed. There can be lots of trial and errors involved, but I'm able to make educated guesses based on the context of the case, the clues, my knowledge of how the police ask questions, etc. Hey Dodso, how we doing, man? Welcome in. We're playing a different detective game today. Yeah. That's amazing, Pixel. Can't believe you can do that. Yep, and the best thing is that by decrypting statements, we'll also sometimes decrypt evidence. How does that make sense? Well, I had access to the police database software when I worked there, and I should shut my mouth. I already told you too much. Green haired lady. Yes. With a bit of purple as well. Do you see that little purple streak there? Yeah. Yeah, we've got that Kirin green hair going on. We dig that on this channel. Ooh. You. Hold on. Oh, excuse me. Okay. So we've got quite a few statements to encrypt there. Okay. Okay. Where were you? Hang on. Where were you at the time of the murder? Yeah, this is a... Oh, you're going to start writing in about a month. Nice. Excellent. That is a big step. That is a really big step as an author, so grats. And, I mean, less so congratulations and more good job on your hard work. Because, you know, that is an achievement, man. I remember when I first released stuff, it was just like, holy shit, what a feeling. And then I kind of stopped writing. But yeah, this game, you actually have to type out the questions to your suspects, and that's how you get to the answers. First step's the background and world lore. Yeah, see, that's always the hard bit. That was the bit that I struggled with the most, is getting my background and lore together. And then I was like, I'm gonna dump the story into the middle of an ongoing story, because it gets dark in some parts. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that intimately. Like, I got described as sort of like a cross between George Martin and Scott Lynch, but stabbier. Let's see. I was in my home at the time of the incident, nowhere near where it happened. I was doing my laundry at the time of the incident. Okay. Were you with anyone at the time of the incident? No one can confirm I was home. I live alone. Is that a crime? Okay. Hang on, but he said... Interesting. Alex lives an hour away from the crime scene. Right, okay. Name, age, occupation. Okay. What is your quest? This question was not asked by the interviewer. Okay. What is your occupation? I do some odd jobs here and there for a living. Okay. What is your age? What is your ag? I'm 25 years old. What is your ag? New clue unlocked bank statement. Untraceable accounts. That's weird. I've only seen this when I was doing shady hacking jobs. Some clients paid this way so my services couldn't be traced back to them. Alex must be up to something shady as well, most likely. Isn't hacking dangerous? How'd you get into it? I guess it started by learning about old encryption methods in school, like prime factorization. I remember it felt like solving a puzzle game. School was always so boring to me. This was fun. So I started learning more about modern quantum encryption and how to break it. These are definitely words, again. I had to learn really advanced maths and quantum physics, but I was so into it I didn't feel like work. How can you enjoy doing maths? That's psychopathic. And then I started hacking everything and getting in trouble for it. I had to learn how to be more sneaky about it and how to cover my tracks. Then I realised I could make money hacking, so I became a grey hat hacker. What's a grey hat hacker? It's someone who shows people how easily hackable their systems are by hacking them and then offers to fix their vulnerabilities for money. So like extortion. No, that's what a black hat hacker do. I never threaten my clients, just point out the flaws in their systems and offer them solutions. I see. Is that legal? No, but yes, kind of. It's complicated. One could say it's a grey area. Yeah, just like your sense of humour. Alex's bank statement shows daily deposits from different untraceable accounts beginning April the 5th up to and including the day the statement was obtained. The 17th deposits amount to a very large sum. DNA evidence. Interesting. We should ask Alex about this. A strand of hair containing Alex's DNA was found on Bernie's clothes, suggesting that Alex interacted with Bernie the day she died. Okay. So. Okay. So. Are you a hacker? Interesting. The question was not asked by the interviewer. Okay. Why is there one of Bernie's hairs on your clothes? I think that's where it was. Yeah, it was. I don't know why my hair was found on the victim. We may have brushed past each other at the supermarket I went to earlier that day. Okay. When did you go to the supermarket? This question was not asked. Okay. When were you at the supermarket? Yeah, we have to type out our questions, Dodd, so. This question was also not asked, okay. Tell me about the supermarket. I had to buy some work equipment and I found a good deal in the supermarket. Okay. Very curious. Okay. You were organising and trashing stuff. Aha! When were you out of your home? I was in my home at the time of the incident. No one ever happened. No, when were you out of your home? That's what I asked. Curious. Okay. Please explain your bank statements. Fuck you. Those statements you see on my bank are payments for a job I'm doing, but it's under a non-disclosure agreement, so I can't talk about it. But did he really just say fuck you? The suspect refused to answer further questions. Okay. Wow, that's rude. Clues. Supermarket witnesses. So Alex said, and this clue corroborates it, that he was at the supermarket the day of the incident. We should be able to easily debunk his claim about his location at the time of the incident. So what do you mean by debunk? Not all the statements are encrypted the same way. We can't tell how they're encrypted beforehand. Some statements, like those belonging to responses from a second round of questions made by the police about previous statements from the same interview, are encrypted, including a reference to the clues used by the police to press the suspects the inconsistency pointed out by the police. Those statements are tricky to decrypt, but what usually does the trick is aligning the right clue with the right statement and approximate the inconsistency between them. Once we have all three of those things, we can vectorize them and compare the results to all encrypted statements until we find a match, if we're lucky, like we do with regular statements. I'm sorry, almost all that just flew over my head. We just have to find a clue that contradicts the statement and explain the contradiction. Oh, okay, thank you. Witnesses at the supermarket saw Alex and Bernie at the store the day Bernie died between 2:55 and 3:05 PM. They were not seen together, but they were both at the supermarket at the same time. Okay. We can debunk this in that case. Okay. So we can debunk this. I'm going to save here because I don't know what like the penalty system might be like. To debunk a statement, the first thing you need to do is select the clue that contradicts the statement or shows that the statement is false or invalid. The next step is explaining how the clue contradicts the statement. For example, if the statement is, I was at the park that day, and the clue says the park was closed that day, you can say the park was closed that day, so you couldn't have been there. Make sure you selected the right statement and the right clue. Most statements can't be debunked. Make sure you found a meaningful problem in the statement that a clue you own can demonstrate. Sorry, my camera was in the way then. Keep in mind that debunks are not the place to ask questions. If you find yourself wanting to debunk a statement with a question, you should try instead asking the question in the interview framework. Okay. Okay. You were seen by witnesses in the supermarket at the same time as the victim. Okay.
Aha.
Oh. Okay. Aha. Oh, that's right. I did go to that supermarket that day, but I had nothing to do with the murder. There's no possible reason for me to want to kill Bernie. Yeah, Alex lied about being at home at the time. Not looking good for him. Okay. Last case update? What? So after all this evidence, the case just went cold. How's that even possible? Maybe the second interview will give us more information about this. Okay. As of October 2088, the case is still open. It hasn't been updated for months. No one's been charged with the crime. Bernie's funeral. Bernie's family organised a public funeral for her. The funeral was held on the 20th of April 2087. The family's still looking for answers. Okay. We haven't opened everything up on this, have we? Maybe we need to go to the second one, huh? So, contextual witness. Okay. What is your name? I prefer to keep my identity and my personal life private. Okay. The police considered the interviewee was not obliged to reveal his identity, considering he initiated the interview and had no known relationship to this case. Okay. He prefers to keep his identity and personal life private. Okay. A highly encrypted holographic conference. Okay. Did you know the victim? I was not familiar with Bernie before her assassination. Okay. Do you know Alex? An encryption layer was removed. Oh, okay. Okay. What is your occupation? I am not employed by anyone. I undertook this investigation independently. Okay. What were you investigating? I'm a private oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, that's unlocked a whole bunch of stuff. Holy shit, man. I'm a private investigator. I learned through news reports that a journalist had been killed. This led me to look into the matter myself, and I made some discoveries worth sharing. Bernie was investigating the black market and some of the organisations involved in it, such as the Crimson Mob, the White Hand, and others neither she or I could identify. Unfortunately, someone wasn't fond of that and resolved to silence her. They contracted an individual to eliminate Bernie to put an end to her investigation. I'm certain the hired murderer is Alex. Alex has a reputation as a for-hire murderer in the black market. Considering the DNA evidence proves that Alex had physical contact with Bernie and the fact that he started receiving payments from unknown sources and without justification, I conclude that Alex was paid to murder Bernie. Okay. Okay, so we're getting some interesting clues here. Oh, come on, that's not fair. What happened? I was so close to solving this case, and this guy just spoiled it for me. All I need to know is Alex's connection to the black market, and I would have been able to definitively prove he was the killer. I didn't need a random PI appearing explaining how to solve the whole thing. So what Bernie was investigating that got her killed was the black market. What do you know about the black market? Not much, I'm afraid. Well, I got my NIU in the black market. What's an NIU? The Neural Interface Unit. It's a brain implant that allows me to connect to the internet and other devices with my mind. I can connect to the internet with my mind. I had to get it in the black market because I was too young to get it legally, but I really needed it if I wanted to be serious about making money hacking. That sounds dangerous. How was your experience? I had to access the dark web, and I found a seller there. I met them in a random store in the city. It was a weird experience. Did you go alone? Yeah, but I had backup in a way. I made sure there was a police officer nearby, and I hacked his radio to send a signal to my location if something went wrong. That's smart, Pixel. I can't help but wonder, what if your memory loss is due to having a knockoff NIU? No, I don't think so. I eventually replaced it with a legal one, and the test all came back good. Sounds like a virus waiting to happen. Yeah. Do you remember there was a Simpsons episode where Lisa has a daughter, and that happened? Sorry, wait me a second. I thought I'd heard something then. Hold on. Hold on. Give me a sec. I want you to all be smarties, please understand. Chocolate ASMR. Yum. Sorry, I need sugar. Need a sugar rush. Okay. What about someone hacking your NIU and messing with your memories? I thought about it, but hacking an NIU is not possible. If someone figure out a way to hack NIUs, they could practically mind control the whole world. If that happened, my memories are the least of our problems. After the PI's thorough explanation, what else do you think the police asked him that would be relevant for us? The police was probably interested in how he knows so much about the black market. They was trying to find an angle to catch you. And also, they probably asked him why he's doing this, what his intentions are. We should discover what he had to say about that. Understood. Okay. Neural Interface Unit is a chip that connects the brain to the digital world. It's a brain implant that allows people to interface with digital devices or the internet directly. Do you know what else it allows them to do, Dodso? Change into digital champions to save the digital world. I don't know if you're going to remember that show. But if you do, then enjoy that reference. If you don't, then I've just obtained yet more spinal degeneration. Okay, so we want to find out what was his intent. What was your intent investigating Bernie's murder? I just want to make sure you guys, the police, do your job. I know some of you have been compromised, but we also know that most of you are honest and want to do what's right, or at least that's what I want to believe. So I'm here to do anything I can to help you. The last statement I'm interested in from the PI's interview is about how he knows so much about the black market. I'm certain the police asked him about that. Okay. How do you know so much about the black market? My job as a PI often makes me confront entities that deal in the black market. I wish I did know the kind of stuff that goes on there. What goes on in the black market? Wasn't asked that question. Okay, clues. See, Pixel, it's not that uncommon for a PI to have a robot assistant. Did you know about this PI? Seems like he does a similar job to what we do. A similar job? I'd never help the police for free. Those guys are all rats. I'm confused. Didn't you work at the police? Not really. I was an external consultant. Right, that's totally different. Bold move getting this sassy with me at elbow to the face distance. Either way, I don't think I knew this PI, but I'm not sure. Also, I don't think he's being honest. Something's off about this character. I can feel it. That being said, I agree with his analysis of the case. So, how did you end up working with the police? I always loved detective stories. Since I was a kid, I always wanted to be a detective like Poirot or Sherlock Holmes. So in the summer of '85, when the local police was looking for a hacker as a consultant in a murder case, I got my first real 6-string. Bap, bap, bap. Tried real hard. I'm sorry, I couldn't resist. I saw summer of '85 and I was just like, no. We're making this joke. We're making this joke. Why do my eyes keep on closing like this? Hold on. Is that better? Is it the angle of the webcam? Yeah, no, I think that's better. I jumped at the opportunity. I practically solved that case by myself, and while they didn't really like me overstepping their boundaries, they had to recognise they needed me, so they offered me a permanent position on their team, which I was happy to accept at the time. Custom robot. What is this? I knew it, you're a spy. You belong to the anonymous PI, and you were sent to spy on me. Did you have something to do with my memory loss? Start talking right now. Oh, poor Ethan. Wait, what? Is that it? Is that the end of it? Thanks for playing the demo. Oh, okay. Huh. Wait, did Ethan just die? Is that why the demo's cut off there? Because Ethan's dead? Intriguing. So hang on, let me just have a quick look at the... Huh. Well, okay. Let's have a look at the store page a moment. So... I suppose it was just a snippet of the case, huh? Just an ickle teaser, if we will. I mean, I guess that's, you know, the purpose of a demo. It kind of teases you, and I was starting to wonder what was going on there, but this is neat. I like the mechanic where it requires that you actually ask the questions yourself. You can't just get the right thing and just kind of go balls to the wall on it. You have to actually type the question out. So you have to think about how you're phrasing it to get the answer, which is pretty cool. I've never seen a game do this. Like, the last time I saw a game require me to type stuff was Typing of the Dead. And that's just you know, a way to train gamers how to spell. You know, that's a way to rehabilitate people from leet speak. So, yeah. I wasn't expecting that we'd finish up so quickly tonight, you know. I really wasn't. I told my wife, hey, I think it's going to be a short stream tonight. I wasn't expecting it was going to be like a 45, you know, a 45-minute jobber. But that's fine. I've had a tiring day at work anyway, so that was super quick, yeah. See, I thought the demo was like the first full case, but I guess it's just like part of the first case. If I click continue, where does it take us to? Does it take us to... Hold on a minute. Oh, hang on. No, no. Hang on. I think we've got some... We might have some other stuff we can ask. Hold on. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Let's see if there's anything else we can ask this guy. Do you have a custom robot? Okay. Okay, fair enough. I wonder if we just game overed because Pixel murdered Ethan. Maybe that's what happened. Alex's neighbours refused to be interviewed by the police, but confirmed off the record they heard Alex was an assassin. I should ask him that. Are you an assassin? I don't know anything about the black market. Everything I do is legal. The police didn't find any evidence of Alex being involved in new speedrun method. I mean, maybe. Like, I'm left-wing politically, so a little bit of extremism, and I can be a speedrunner. And do you know why that is? Because I've been thinking about how so many in the radical left participated speedrunning. The reason is the lack of work ethic. Go fast rather than do it right. And in a Petersonian sense, to elevate new archetypes in the marketplace. Fastest hedgehog. Shadow, what the fuck are you talking about? You're a beta male, Sonic. God, I actually kind of miss... I kind of miss that guy's Twitter. Because it was just batshit crazy. Like that, the whole sort of you're a beta male Sonic thing, where Shadow's quoting those tweets. Those were actual tweets. I've seen them. I've seen them in person. And they were not like joke tweets. They were made with all seriousness. The guy deleted his Twitter, which kind of made me a bit sad, but it was... To be a beta, I'm gonna gamma. Wait. He's gonna do what to gamma? That's a bit lewd. Okay. Okay. Everything I do is legal. Okay. Okay. Do we have any other clues? Dog. Okay. Okay, accusation response. How did you respond to the accusation? I didn't kill Bernie. I never met Bernie. We can debunk this. There is DNA evidence that says you were in contact with Bernie. Aha! There you go. Debunk successful. Okay. What do you mean? No possible reason. Yeah, we're extending. We're extending. I thought we'd come to the end of the demo. It's like no. We can get some more gameplay here. I don't know anything about the black market. How do you know? Hang on. Do you know what Bernie was investigating? I didn't know anything about Bernie or her work. Okay. What equipment did you need to buy? Okay. Interesting. So... Okay. Has he got anything else that he can add? Okay. When did you begin to suspect Alex? The best match for that question has already been unlocked. Okay. Did you buy an axe? Oh, okay. Okay. Is that a crime? Okay. Why does an odd job need a non-disclosure agreement? Who paid you? Okay. So something there. Okay. So it said about discussing the evidence, right? Okay. Okay. Where were you at 3:12 p.m. on the day of the incident? I was at... No, he's already lied about that. Okay. No one can confirm I was home. I'll line is that a crime. But let's debunk that anyway with the witness statements. You were seen at the supermarket and therefore were not home. Debunk failed to match signatures. Okay. You were seen at the supermarket at the time of the incident. Or not at the time of the incident, around the time of the incident. No? Okay. Some statements can't be debunked, right? Okay. I don't know anything about Bernie. I worked in Kill Bernie. Interesting. This is taking some brain power to work out, huh? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Brain power, then. Yeah, yeah. We're on the streets asking for handouts. Oh man, what a rough way to end. Okay. Who organised the murder? I'm not aware of who hired Alex. Bernie's investigation was notably wide. I'm still unsure exactly what she discovered that was so sensitive. Okay. Talk about begging for penny for your thoughts. Oh my god. Ouch. You wound me to my quick, sir. Okay. My knowledge of Alex is quite limited. He's very private and skilled at avoiding unwanted attention. Okay. Right, okay. What else do we need to ask, do we think? Do you know how Bernie died? Okay. Okay. They also didn't find any evidence of him engaging in legal work. Okay. There was something he said about that. I don't think we have a statement that can debunk that, you know. The police found no evidence of you doing legal work. Nope. Okay. Okay. No one can confirm I was home. I live alone. Is that a crime? Okay. I did go to the supermarket that day. I had nothing to do with the murder. There is no possible reason for me to want to kill Bernie. Why was Bernie killed? I think we've unlocked this already. Yeah. Okay. 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 This is tough. This is tough. Should we try the hint system? I need to discuss something with you, Ethan. I need to discuss something with Ethan. Okay. Ethan. So, no, I don't think we get a hint in that case. Okay. I feel kind of stumped at this point, you know. When did you leave the supermarket? Okay. When did you go home? I went home after the supermarket. Okay. How did you get home? I drive a car. Okay. Okay, we've unlocked 2 more things. I went home after the supermarket. Okay. Okay, so you... Right, okay. We've debunked these. We've only got this. Where do you live? Question was not asked. Okay. What are we thinking? No possible reason for you to want to kill Bernie. He drives a car, does he? Does he? done this. Okay. So the hint's not going to give us anything. Okay. He drives a car, so we kill him? I mean, we probably should do. Yeah, we probably should do. Actually, I heard something interesting. Like, is it true that over in America, people are, like, really against the idea of, like, a town or city where everything's in walking distance? Is that actually, like, a thing, or is that just some weird stereotype people have made up? Because, like, the idea of having to drive everywhere to do anything is kind of nuts to me. Like, is that just like a tale someone's woven to try and make people look bad over the pond, or is that actually a thing? Okay. What have you told the police so far? Not asked? Oh, okay. No, he's already said that. Okay. Are any police involved in the black market? Location and culture police, it's a bit more nuanced. Interesting. See, over here, any sort of city centre where you got stuff in walking distance is regarded unanimously as a good thing. Like a city where you can you can just like leave your abode, and then within sort of 15 minutes you're at a shop. Some places, most places are in walking distance, others very wide open. I suppose that's true, actually. Yeah, I mean, it's a very like open country compared to the UK, isn't it? Okay, I'd rather not tell who I suspect to be compromised within the police force until I have more solid evidence. Okay, fair enough. Okay. Haha. Do you know Pixel? Okay, he's not going to answer that. Problem with the high population with walking distance, the crime skyrockets, where more open places have less. See, over here, it's not really that big of a problem. You know, there's some places that you wouldn't want to go, like some certain rough neighbourhoods you wouldn't want to walk down. But they're not very common. You know, they're pretty few and far between. Wow, my fringe keeps on getting in my eyeballs. Hang on, let me just try and get this out of the way. Okay, there we go. Right. Okay. 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 How did you find out about the assassination contract? Some people believe that people being stacked on top raises tensions, makes mob mentality stronger. I mean, I suppose it depends. You know, over here you've got areas which are pretty densely populated, but we don't really have that same sort of issue. You know, there's sometimes where more victims of crime in a smaller area, so criminals have a better time there. I suppose so. I mean, over here, most of the crime that you're going to find is just crackheads. They just want to nab off with a fiver so they can buy another rocket heroin or something. It's depressing, but it is what it is. Okay. Who are the Crimson Mob? Okay. Okay, so someone's silenced her. Let's go back to Alex's. So he's 25. He's 25 years old. We haven't had this one answered yet. Okay. Let's have a look at the clues again. Okay. Public funeral. Did you attend Bernie's funeral? Okay. Yeah, we can't access any hints whatsoever in the demo. That's fair. That's fair. That keeps the demo kind of more challenging, huh? Okay. What did you buy? How much did the equipment cost? Tell me about the deal. The deal wasn't bigly enough for him to tell us. That's a shame. Okay. So he drives a car. Did anyone see him? There's no possible reason. See, this strikes me as being important. Hang on, let's accuse him. You were paid to kill Bernie.
Aha!
Ah, okay. Interesting. That was a successful debunk. Okay. I guess you're right. I was kind of close to the place where it happened. I was just passing by. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Okay. You bought an axe. And then murdered Bernie. Oh, I'm going to nail this motherfucker, Dodd, so watch me do it. Oh. Okay. Curious. I had to buy some work equipment and I found a good deal in the supermarket. I'm going to point the finger at him right now. Oh. Okay. What other clues have we got? Should we ask the other guy if he's seen the case file? Have you seen the case file for this murder? Okay. Refuses to answer that. Okay. He hasn't worked with her. What were your discoveries? I think we asked this one, didn't we? What should we nail this man? Nah, I'm good. Yeah. This is really tough. This is really tough. It's a relevant question using your own words. No, but murder is a crime. Oh, that didn't fail, did it? Oh, it did. Okay. Okay. I didn't know anything about Bernie or her work. Hold on. You were not seen together with her. You were not seen together with Bernie. Really? Okay, okay. Unexpected. Okay. Earlier that day, you were there at the same time. Nope, okay. We still could get a hit? No? Okay. Maybe we have, like, come to the limit of where the demo can take us to, huh? Okay. Okay. Brain melt. Oh, sorry, 1 second, guys. 1 second. Hold on, hold on. Okay. There has to be something we're missing. Had to buy some work equipment. Okay. The bank statements show a lot of money for odd jobs. Nope, that didn't work. Payments came from untraceable accounts. Okay. Any ideas? Any ideas at all, Dotso? I'll take anything I can get at this point. But literally anything at all. We've done these. Okay. We've already checked this, yeah. Okay. So he drives a car, he went home after the supermarket. Okay. Yeah, this is hard, man. But she said that she thought this guy was hiding something. Okay. Did you hire Alex? I'm not employed by anyone. Okay. Okay. When exactly did he arrive home after leaving the supermarket? I think I asked him then. Let's ask him. When did you get back home? I went home after the supermarket. He just says he went back home. What time did you get back? He just says he went home after the supermarket. What time did you go home? Question was not asked. Okay. So he does some odd jobs here and there for a living. Okay. Where do you live? Where do you live? Unless he hides someone. No answer for this question. Where do you live? Question was not asked. Okay. I didn't know anything about Bernie or her work. I didn't kill Bernie. If I click on this again, it's going to end the demo, isn't it? Let's try it, though. Maybe we won't game over this time. No? Okay. Yeah, it still doesn't give me anything at all, does it? Did you hire someone to kill Bernie? Question not asked? I didn't kill Bernie. Okay. No one can confirm I was home. I live alone. Is that a crime? I don't even remember how I actually finished the thing last time, you know. I am so stumped right now. That's encrypted. That's... This is really hard. The thing is, knowing what a relevant question is an art in and of itself. We can't get any hints either, because the demo won't allow it. I need to discuss it with you, Ethan. No, can't do that. Do you have a robot assistant? Ethan. This question was not asked. Okay. If an interviewee statement contradicts a piece of evidence, show the inconsistencies. So... Okay. Why was Bernie investigating the black market? Just no, we know that she was doing this. I want to know why. Who did Bernie work for? Question was not asked. Okay. Man, I'm super stuck. I'm super stuck. Okay. What have you discovered about the black market? Did I ask that already? Okay, helpful. He was seen at the supermarket by witnesses. Nope. Okay. I don't know at this point. I can't even random bullshit go at this stage. I don't know how in this game. Public funeral? 20th of April 2087. I'm just trying to think, like, what else can I do at this point? Like, what else can I do at this stage? What are my other options? Because it said if we wanted a hint... Oh, hang on. It said if we wanted a hint, we could, like, get one. But I think because it's the... We failed you! Boom. I don't get the reference. I'm so sorry, Dodso, I don't understand that reference. I'm guessing that where you're saying Andros, it's going to be something to do with the Star Fox games that came after the ones that I played. Namely, Starwing on the SNES. See, back in the days when Fox McCloud didn't say things. Ah, Star Fox 64. See, back when I was playing Starwing, do you know what Fox McCloud used to say? Yeah, that was literally the only line of dialogue that Fox McCloud had. That they just made noises. I remember getting that game actually for Christmas with a bike. Like, it was the first proper 3D game I played on a SNES, and it was fucking ridiculous. Absolutely nuts. Are you really 25? I don't know anything about the black market. Everything I do is legal. You were witnessed away from your home. I am out of ideas, guys. I'm completely out of ideas at this point. Closest game you found in years is First Squadron, which is Vaporwave for Star Fox without chassis bosses. Everyone talks in the Banjo-Kazooie noise. Interesting. I've never played Banjo-Kazooie, I have to admit. PlayStation stuff is a bit after my time. Like, I was the SNES era, and then I came back to console gaming with the Xbox 360. And then after that, like, the Xbox One. I mean, I played the GameCube in the interim, but, like, that was for some very specific stuff. Oh, and the Dreamcast as well, actually. Dreamcast was good. Sega Dreamcast was ridiculously good, actually. It was found on there because you killed her. Banjo-Kazooie is N64? Really? Ha. I've learned something today. I didn't know that. I genuinely didn't know that. Did anyone... I don't know how to progress this anymore. Okay. This game is hard, yeah. This game is really hard. And, like, my brain is starting to break down a bit. Because the thing is, I'm trying to work out, like, how do I get him to open up further? But I don't seem to have anything that gives me an indication as to... This seems to be the key thing. Like, he's been paid lots of money the day after... Hang on, let's try... You were paid to kill Barney. Barney. Burmy. No, that didn't work either. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We can't get any hints either. Like, if this was the release version, we'd probably be able to get some hints. You went home after the supermarket. Hmm. So the 5th through the 17th is a 2-week period. You were receiving daily payments. I've got another idea, actually. No, okay. You say these are payments for one job, but they are coming from multiple accounts. I don't know. I'm completely out of ideas at this point. I don't know how to progress this now. I just don't know. We've debunked that. I don't see. This suggests to me there should be something here. Is that a crime? No, but murder is a crime. Let's ask the other guy if he spoke to the family. Did you speak to Bernie's family? Holy shit, man. I'm not asking you about your identity or personal life. I'm asking if you spoke to the victim's family, you asshole. Oh my god. See, she said that she thought something was fishy about this guy, but I can't work out what, if anything, that would be. The case is still open and hasn't been updated for months. The case has gone cold. No, I don't know, guys. I don't know. And I'll be honest, like, my brain is breaking down so much now. I think I should probably quit while I'm mostly ahead. Oh, no. Hold on. Let me pull over to here. Bit unfortunate I couldn't work out how to get through. I think that when the release version comes out and there's, like, the hint system can maybe point you in the right direction a bit. I think for moments like that where I'm just like, I have no clue what I'm supposed to be looking for, it would probably help. I mean, you'll probably find there's people out there who've worked out how to get through that bit, but they probably don't have injured brains. Like me. Okay, yeah, but no. We'll wrap things up then. This is a very neat game. Like, the concept is really, really solid. I think that when there are perhaps ways to blast through roadblocks like that a bit more, that's the point I think I'd be able to really get some mileage out of that. But at the minute, my brain is just painful. That's nothing new. I'm dumb. You know, that's why I'm a cartoon on YouTube. You know, because I'm dumb. Okay, but just going back to the rest of the week, I'm supposed to be on with Metroid Prime 3 tomorrow. We'll see how we go on that point, because Prime 3 is, like, excuse me, physically exhausting. The thing is, like, having to play a Wii game is really physical compared to what I'm used to, and I'm pretty sore at the minute, so I might swap it out for something else. I'll see, like, how I go and what I fancy. Thursday's Hollow Knight. Friday's Ace Attorney Investigations 2. Saturday's Oblivion. You know, pretty standard as far as weeks go. Hang on. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Oh, no, it's all there. Weird. I don't know. Well, anyway. I'm going to pop off now, guys. You make sure that you look after yourselves. I'm going to get myself, like, a beer or something to try and, like, assuage my damaged brain. Please don't take it as any negative criticism of the game, though. I think it just got to a point where this particular bit was a roadblock for me. Someone else might be able to get through it nice and easy, and if they can, that's mega for them. You know, I'm happy for them. But me, I'm just kind of dumb. Anyway, I'm going to go hang with my wife now. Thank you for the hangs. You take care of yourselves, Dotso, as well. Hopefully, I'll see you soon. Everyone else, look after yourselves as well. All being well, I'll see you tomorrow. Until then, take care.